Hello and welcome to Armed with Controllers. I'm Fabs and today it's Fabs versus the world. I'm going to play some Guilty Gear, XX Accent Core plus 5 million, whatever the hell they call it this time. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, Guilty Gear is a Japanese fighting game. I wish I could tell you about the plot, but I have no idea. Hence why, for a change, I'm going to play through the story mode. I've picked the character Mei because, for whatever reason, I quite like the idea of a little girl who carries around a huge f***ing anchor. So there we go. There's a bit of a text dump going on here. I must admit, I'm not going to pay that much attention to it. But there we go. Here we go. Bridget. An interesting character, isn't it? I recall playing this at university, so a good few years back, and my housemate, Ross, a good northern lad, you know, very sensible, he comes in, he sees me playing, and he sees Bridget there, in all its glory. Says, what's her deal? No, Ross. His deal. You what? It's a guy. No, just no. And to this day, he refuses to accept that Bridget is a guy. So there we go. Okay. So, they're having a quick fight for some reason, because apparently that's what you do in Japan. When the local transvestite comes along, you beat them up. As we can see, Bridget uses yo-yos. Now, for some reason, Japan has a thing about characters wielding yo-yos as a weapon. It's prevalent in the Sukuban Deka franchise, which has a schoolgirl who beats up delinquents using a yo-yo. I don't get it either. There was the Chinese thing of the flying guillotine, or whatever they called it. Quite strange. And yes, I did just throw a whale at someone. That's what happens in this game. I will be the first to admit that I am not any good at this. For some reason, 2D fighters, I have great trouble with getting the combos in order. But, you know, what the hell, I'm just trying to learn, have a bit of fun. And yeah, as you can see, this game is completely mental. We've seen a crazy yo-yo wielding transvestite. I've just thrown a whale at someone, and now I've hit her with an anchor. And little girls are dancing. Oh, Japan, never change. This sounds really strange when it's sped up like that, but I like it. So yeah, May's deal. She's a pirate captain, well, a pirate for the ship belonging to a gentleman named Johnny, the guy with the sunglasses and hats we just saw. She seems to be in love with him in the way that all Japanese people are in love with guys with long cloaks and sheathed swords and cool demeanours or whatever. And now for some bizarre homoerotic subtext, which makes no sense because one of these people is a guy, but I don't know anymore. Okay, so where next for this crazy pirate ship? To see Testament. Testament, he's an odd duck. I actually do know somebody that dressed up as this guy for an expo. It was disturbing how close it was. But yes, no, this is another guy. Probably slightly easier to believe that's a guy than Bridget, say, but anyway. Right. Let's rock. Heaven or hell, come on. I've just noticed she's sucking her thumb. I wish I knew what I was saying. So yeah, Testament. Wields a huge off scythe. Has a tendency to leave weird red webbing everywhere, which you'll see shortly. And yeah, he was actually the boss of he was a boss of the first Guilty Gear. So this is one of those ones where they bring him back as a playable character, which is nice. I know he's a demon of some kind. His one-hit kill move does involve summoning a succubus to eat you. And I'm sorry. How the hell do you miss with a whale? They're huge! No, I'm sorry. What the hell, Japan? Let's just see what other stupid things happen. So yeah, this, as a Japanese 2D fighting game, you can already tell it's quite a bit more complex than your average Tekken, say. There's lots of things like leaving traps, a lot more space management in that regard. So it's a lot more difficult to get into these ones, I find. Doesn't stop them from being fun. And here's some sped up dialogue. Yay. It's Dizzy. Weird young lady. Sort of possessed by a couple of demons or something weird like that. I'm sure she was on the boss characters in the first one as well. But there we go. Ah, here's Johnny. Yay. Okay. Come on, heaven or hell, let's rock. She is wearing a stripperific outfit, like all Japanese girls do, right? Right? How does... Oh, does she propel herself like that? Ah, dear. Yeah, this is probably where it really shows that I suck. There we go, finally you hit with a whale. I can't believe it's so hard. And yes, May's shtick really appears to be summoning sea life out of nowhere. And I just got beat really badly, so let's try this again, shall we? Why is she sucking her thumb? Don't know how old she's meant to be, but it can't be old enough to the point where thumb sucking is still vaguely normal. Yeah, see there, that was a nice wee combo. Not brilliant per se, but you know. Okay. This is a lot more like it, because apparently spamming low kicks means I get past the defences. Oh dear. Come on, whale! And, okay, again you missed the whale. Obviously I'm summoning it at just the wrong time, but the fact is, it's a whale. It's that big. What? How can it miss? Okay, I'm going to stop talking about the whale now. So yeah. So we can see already, what we've seen so far, plenty of Japanese cultural stereotypes are present in this. Well, I say stereotypes, you know, cultural mores. In the sense that you've got the moe girl, you know, the cutesy type. The stripperific young lady wearing very little, possessed by demons. Ah, we've got a Knight Templar here. Kai Kiski. Is it? Yeah, it is Kai. I almost got confused with Blaze Blue there. That would have been awkward. Okay, so, back to Johnny. And Bacon, the young lady who has no arm for some reason. See what Johnny just said there? Again, another thing that's very prevalent in Japan. The whole case of, you know, this gentleman trying to, you know, protect love for all ladies across and invariably being rejected. I don't see much of that in Western stuff. You know, I always quite like that about Japan. They've got their own very distinct culture and how it interacts with you know, more Western ideas in that regard. Always find it interesting. In the meantime, so yeah, Armless Samurai versus little girl wielding an anchor. Now I said that Japan's got a, you know, much as I like Japan's culture, it's f***ed up at the same time. You can't argue that. That seems far too easy. Yes, May. Hee indeed. Okay, so where has Johnny gone? You know what? F*** you, Johnny. You arsehole. Yes. Right. I don't need Johnny. I'm a strong, confident career woman, making my own way in the world. It's Eddie. Funny thing about Guilty Gear. Most of the characters have some kind of musical reference in the name. For example, Eddie here, after the... well, could be Eddie Van Halen, could also be Eddie, the Iron Maiden mascot. There are a few others. Soul Bad Guy, he's named after Freddie Mercury's nickname, Mr. Bad Guy, and Soul Bad Guy's real name happens to be Freddie, so there you go. So, back to the fight. So, basically, as near as what I remember, Eddie is the demon possessing this fellow. Used to be known as Zeto 1, I believe. And another missing whale. No, I'm not talking about it anymore. And so he wields like shadow stuff. Fairly standard demon possession kind of deal. Okay. This could sting. Then again, I just threw a dolphin at him, and that was enough. Yay, ring around the rosy and all that. Delightful. Okay, now this is Rule 34 written all over it. Oh gosh, you've got repressed memories as well. And he's fired off early. Oh. Thank you. Mr. Baldhead, or as he's known in this, Faust. Awesome fellow. He, wears a paper bag on his head, because why not? I'm guessing that the baldness is a sore button, as we can see here. Alright. And she just threw a killer whale at him. And why can't I do that? I mean, yes, you know, I say great blue whale, but it's a pink one. But, yeah, no. Killer whales, they're awesome. It's in the name, they kill. Oh. Nope, instead just going to throw dolphins at him. I do like Faust quite a bit, actually. He's got a really weird fighting style. He's got massive reach. I mean, while he is quite a large target, which makes him a lot easier to hit, he does all kinds of insane tricks. Hopefully in a future video I'll get to show you some of them. He does some pretty weird shit as well. Okay, so, beating up Faust. She's apologising for beating up a bald man. Okay, who's next? Oh, it's Kai, everyone's favourite random paladin fellow. Okay. As we can tell from this sequence, Kai is lawful stupid if we were playing him in Dungeons and Dragons. So it's time to beat some sense into him. I really wish I knew what I was saying. Okay, so as we can see, Kai, he likes to use electricity, he's just that kind of guy. Happens to be buds of some variety with Mr. Soul Bad Guy. Wields a sword, fairly standard. One of the more popular starting characters for people when playing this, because he doesn't take too much to handle. Yeah, if we're putting this in Street Fighter terms, he would be the, I suppose he would be the Ken of this actually, even though in terms of colour he's not the same. But there we go. So, okay, another easy win. Well, I say easy, look at my life bar. Yes, that's it, aren't you wonderful? Come on, let's go. Okay, so, this was effectively a waste of time according to the storyline. And, here we go, so, for the sounds of it, we know she's Japanese. This is part of some Japanese stuff tends to go very Nihon Banzai, superior, Nipponichi kind of stuff. It's quite strange, so here's another strange character. Anji Mito wields giant fans, which makes perfect sense. And, yeah, I don't know what he's up to here. So let's see. I've got to admit, of the characters in this, he's one of the ones that appeals to me the least. I don't find anything visually interesting about him. Maybe because I'm not Japanese, I don't know. Yes, bye-bye, thank you. May you put it in words I can't. Okay. No, I actually have nothing to say about Anji Mito, sadly. I've never really used him. Whenever I've fought him, it's never been particularly noteworthy. That said, at least I've finally hit with the whale. And it hurts. Okay, so, what's next in our ridiculous thing? So she's asking if he's Japanese, and... Oh, what's this? What? That's the most tautological thing in existence! You're no help. Go away, please. I don't want to see you anymore. Ugh. Wait, what? That's the ending. I'm sorry, Japan. No. You're going to stop here. How is that an ending? It ends with, oh, find your parents, because that's advice based on what you've been trying to do this entire thing. And that's the end. No, just no. Okay. Evidently, if I want a decent ending, I don't want to abandon Johnny. I want to go chase after him like a lovesick schoolgirl. So, next time I play Guilty Gear for Fabs vs the World, you'll be seeing that. I think that's enough. I'm about to go shake my fist at Japan while eating burger or something. I don't know anymore. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I'll see you later, and remember, game hard.